The streetlights were blurry. Rohan hugged his coat tighter. It was a cold, foggy evening. Each breath he took turned into a little cloud in front of him. Rohan was walking back home from his friend's house. The fog made everything look strange and unfamiliar. He wished he had stayed at his friend's place a little longer. It was creepy out here alone. The houses loomed out of the fog like monsters. Their windows were dark eyes. Rohan walked a little faster. He just wanted to be home. Suddenly he heard something, footsteps. Someone was walking ahead of him. Rohan stopped. He listened. The footsteps were soft, crunching on the pavement. They were getting closer. He squinted into the fog, trying to see who it was. The footsteps were right in front of him now, but there was no one there, just the swirling fog. Rohan took a step forward. The footsteps moved too. He took another step. The footsteps stayed ahead of him. He was following something he couldn't see. Rohan's heart started to beat faster. This was getting scary. He had a bad feeling about this. Rohan started to walk faster, trying to catch up to the footsteps, but they just kept moving ahead of him. It was like chasing a ghost. He started to run. The footsteps went faster too, staying just out of reach. He was getting nowhere. Just when Rohan thought he couldn't run anymore, he heard something else. A voice. "Don't be afraid," the voice whispered. Rohan stopped running. He turned around. There was no one there. But the voice had come from right behind him. Rohan ran all the way home. He didn't stop running until he reached his front door. He fumbled with his keys, his hands shaking. Finally, he got the door open and slammed it shut behind him. He leaned against the door, trying to catch his breath. What had just happened? Who was out there? The next morning, Rohan went outside to check something. He looked down at the ground in front of his doorstep. There, in the thin layer of dew, was a single footprint, but it was facing the wrong way. It was a backward footprint, as if someone had walked out of his house and disappeared into thin air.